What's up, everyone? I hope you all are having a very blessed and wonderful day. And if not, I do pray and hope that it gets better because you deserve it. I would like to say thank you for stopping back by the channel or checking out today's video because it means a lot to me and I very much appreciate it. Now, if you are, the kind of person as of right now that's, spending all day looking up Suicide Squad videos on YouTube trying to see what it is you can find, theories, think pieces, breakdown videos, this, that, and the fourth. Or if you just so happen to genuinely like my content and you're not subscribed yet, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you to go ahead and smack that subscribe button that's currently sitting below the video because it's free. It only takes you a second and the support does help to go a long way. Now, today will be a real short video as we are going to talk about the delay for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but again, there's more news for it this time. Now, according to Jeff Grubb and his trusted sources, as he says, the delay that we are looking at for Suicide Squad could be way worse than what we initially thought. Now, news broke out about a day or two ago that Suicide Squad was going to be delayed from its May release date, and Rocksteady still have not released an official statement about it as of now. Now we're hearing that a 2024 delay is on the table. So this was definitely more than a shocker to me, right? The 2024 thing to be exact, because if anything, I was expecting only a few months if another delay happened. And I say that because I was expecting a delay simply just because I was being cautious, but at the same time, I hope that it didn't happen. It did, which sucks. But like I was saying, if another delay happened because the game hadn't gone gold yet, which means that the game was ready to ship out. So to be realistic, until the game went gold, anything was still on the table. But a 2024 delay definitely was not on my bingo card by a long shot. So the most recent situation for me like this was Midnight Suns, right? Where it was pushed out of its release date of October. And in that period of not knowing what that release date was going to be, everybody was thinking that it was going to end up getting pushed to January 23. And there were people who genuinely thought that the card mechanic that's featured in Midnight Suns, which is the core spine of that game in and out of itself, was going to be removed. There was no way that was absolutely happening. Now, the first thing that I stated, which was the January 2023 release window, that one was more than reasonable because even I had guessed a window of late December, early January, but people believing that the cards were going to be removed for definitely a wild statement and some wild beliefs as a whole, because they weren't going to remove something that pretty much acted as the building blocks for that game within like a 3 to 4 month period. Like that's not how game development works, right? It's just not. Now, the new release date ended up being December 2nd, so the game ended up getting a 2-month pushback, which made sense because at the time the game did look ready to ship, aside from the last minute checkups that it needed that all games usually go through within that final window. It didn't really look like it was that far behind in development. And the same could be said for Suicide Squad, in my opinion, right? Which is what had me wondering, if the 2024 pushback is real, that means that something under the hood was very much not ready, or because of the blowback that it had caught from the State of Play event, they looked at something and wanted to revise it simply just because of the large negative response that they got from it. And we had no idea what it ended up being exactly, because there were multiple things that people were not liking. Now, there are people who are guessing that they're doubling back to remove the live service elements. And I'm here to say now, one, that's not happening. And two, that would be a very bad idea. And I'm not just saying that because I want to play it, but because removing it is how you get Gotham Knights. Removing it is how you will actually get an unfinished game. And I say that wholeheartedly, right? Now, for Gotham Knights, it seems that somewhere along the line, WB Montreal got cold feet and backed off of a certain section of the game, which is why Gotham Knights feels like I have done a live service game that's not a live service. It was supposed to release in 2021 and it was revealed way back in 2020 alongside Suicide Squad, but it ended up getting delayed into 2022, and we found out in August of that year that the last gen copies were now canceled. The new release date was the 25th of October, which got moved up to the 21st. The game was delayed by a year and a half almost, and after playing it, if you know what to look at, if you know what to look for, you can sit there and look and tell that something is clearly missing. A year pushback for Rocksteady means that they actually have enough time to make a systematic change to the game if they wish. That is not on the table. because again, that's enough time to do something like that as opposed to a 3 to 5 month delay. And the trick here is figuring out how to do that, how that can be done without affecting the core of the game. Because again, if you strip the live service elements, believe everything else, that is how you get Gotham Knights. In a perfect world, right, in my opinion, if they keep the live service element, which I do believe they are, they simply just work on streamlining it a bit more to make it more appealing to players instead of just throwing hella numbers at people, because the gear system is something that people really dislike here and just in general with games nowadays in this time. And also removing the feature of always having to be online in order to play, because again, that's something that I strongly disagree with. I know me specifically, in my situation, that's not really something I have to worry about because I usually stay on top of making sure that I have internet, my family has internet, and this and that. But there are other people who are not in the same situation that I'm in. There are people out there who legitimately don't have internet and they usually have to get it from other places. And there are people who are stuck with internet providers that are also not that great, on top of them being stuck in a area where the reception is also very weak. So not only do they have a not great provider, but they're getting a not great internet service because of where they live, and they can't fix that. So it's taking those people into account. You got to make sure that those people are going to be able to play your game too. So I do hope that, again, that's removed if that's an option, if that's on the table. Now, there's only so much we can really discuss here when you take in the fact that there's still a lot we don't know until they start talking again and letting us know what's actually going on, mixed with my very limited knowledge of game development, which I am actually trying to work on. I've been doing that in my off time a little bit because I do want to learn more about game development. For all we know, they could make a statement right after I post this video, which would suck very much. And then I might have to make a part 2 to this and break my schedule again. But this video was simply just, really just trying to inform everybody of the possible 2024 event and talk about it a little bit. So in my opinion, right, I would say best case scenario, we see Suicide Squad late September. Worst case, we don't see this game until a random date in 2024. And the game that we do get won't be what we were supposed to get beforehand. And that would just be downright horrible. So with that being said, that's going to bring us to the end of this quick video. I hope you guys all had a great time. If you didn't enjoy the video, let me know down in the comments below what about it you didn't enjoy. We can go ahead, we can work on that, so this content can be more likable for you guys, even though I don't really care that much about that. But if you did enjoy it, let me know down in the comments below how you feel about the possible 2024 delay. What are your thoughts about it? Let's go ahead, start a dialogue, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and smack that notifications bell so that you'll never miss out on any of my Suicide Squad related content. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.